Hello friends, and welcome to the Lovely Place channel. The channel that's like a box of chocolates, as you never know what you're going to get. Today's film is called Adventures of a Party Bag Part 3. The story of the Kurt Geiger party bag on its third trip out. A few weeks ago, Lovely Place made a film about this very Kurt Geiger bag. It was part review and part unboxing film. If you like all things Kurt Geiger, you might want to check it out. So I decided that if I was going to buy such an extravagant item, I would make sure I used it. And then I decided that as a YouTube creator, I'd record its adventures, the places it would go, the things it would see. So hang on to your hats and let's go! Today's adventure warranted a haircut and blow dry, a lot cheaper in my hometown than it was when we went to Liverpool. This special occasion is date night with my husband. As soon as it was done, the hair went back under a hat so that it didn't get rained on, ready for the evening. Then it was home for a cheeky Bloody Mary and to apply some makeup to all the cracks and wrinkles. And choose what to wear. Banned from wearing my vintage 80s new romantic boots, Crocs or Vans, it ended up being a pair of brown boots from Clark's. In the end, I chose this Alice Temperley blouse, which I got second-hand from eBay, because I love the blue goes with jeans and the black goes with black. Even more important, it's not white, and you'll find out why later in the film. So it's a very versatile top. Here's me giving fashion advice. Do not listen to this woman, she knows nothing about fashion. Just time for another pre-dinner Bloody Mary before we went out, and then we're all set to go. Transport to town in a friend's car that he got from Japan, so all the instructions are in Japanese. Husband just can't resist fiddling with other people's cars. He'd go bonkers if somebody did that in his. The bag in the back told him to stop messing around. Tonight is our first trip ever to Dantes. It's a tiny restaurant in town with bring your own alcohol, so we saved money again here, but more of that later on in the story. It's not that we're cheap, but we're both really chuffed that we brought our own alcohol. They're going to pop my cork. We've saved tens of pounds on this. Well chuffed. With all that money saved on wine and transport, I went for the half a lobster as an extra special treat, and His Highness picked the scallops. On his best behaviour, he poured my Prosecco for me. He never does this at home, so I was making the most of the special occasion before the piping hot side plates arrived for our starter of garlic bread with cheese. This restaurant is really small, only 5 tables, but it does takeaways too, so delivery guys were turning up all the way through the meal. Not a problem for us. The only thing we didn't like was the thickness of the water glasses, and that's being super critical. We loved the music, we loved the service, everything was great. Load it up with black pepper. Very glad I'm not wearing my white top. So what did you think of the starter then, Philip?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
That's not what you said before.
Good that.
Good that.
Yeah.
Good
And
that.
that's the wine you want with it.
I just bought that. And then we've got this for later, because it's bring your own.
It's not often you come to a restaurant where you actually get these. Most people think those are for cracking your nuts. But they're actually lobster crackers. And this evening has decided that she's going to have lobster, which is going in that plate there. She's got a fancy little wine, not for a bottom in this instance.
Say that again.
Not for a bottom for this instance, but
This is my, what is it called? Lobster linguine, half a lobster in a rich bisque and white wine sauce. We'd saved so much money, I thought I'd go for the lobster, and I was not disappointed. It was absolutely delicious, from the crunchy little thing on the top to the lobster itself and the sauce. Absolutely to die for. I cannot stress it enough. Gorgeous. Problem was, it was very, very difficult to get into. It is kind of like a feast for... As my husband later told his friends, it was like he'd taken a grown adult to messy play. Usually when we go out, we just have a main course, but in this case, because we'd saved so much money, we had the starter and a pudding followed with coffee too. But more about saving money later. Please keep watching.
We've had a beautiful meal, thank you.
Taxi!
Got a big splodge of bird poo on your door handle. Thanks for being on time.
And so to the taxi ride home. We were congratulating ourselves on an early meal, which means an early night and lots of lovely sleep, because we're old people and we have work in the morning. The taxi takes us all the way home, and the moment it drops us off, my husband discovers he's lost his phone. He doesn't know if it's in the taxi or in the restaurant. So we have to order another taxi to take him back into town to the restaurant to see if he's left his phone there, and then bring him back home again. Grand cost £22. Same price as my half a lobster. The irony that I could have actually had a whole lobster for the price of 2 wasted taxi journeys. You've got to laugh. All that money saved, all that effort put in to just go and spend it all on a wasted trip. Anyway, we had a great night out. Bye for now. Thank you very much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the story.